Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing another unboxing, and this one's going to be the mystery tackle box Bass Elite for the October. And I'm still doing these for the bass boxes when it comes to ice fishing season. I'm not sure if maybe I'm going to switch boxes to do an ice box. I'm not sure yet. But for right now, we're going to stick to these. We'll do these every month still. And yeah, we're just going to jump right into this. The first one is the Weedless Baby Bull Shad from Minn Kota. This thing is pretty sweet. It's got the hook in the top. Take it out. So in Minn Kota's bull shads and all of his other baits, he has the tail here, you know, the kind of like a feather tail. So he's got that here on this one too. It's a jointed soft plastic bait, and it's got a hook already in it, and it's a belly weighted hook. It's a 4.5 inch, 3/4 ounce, and so the hook is protected up in here, so it's weedless. And then when they bite it, push down like that. So that, the only thing I'm not so sure of, I could flex over, is I wasn't sure how that's gonna, you know, how it was gonna hook them, how well, because his pressure here is not enough gap, is what I'm getting at. There's not enough gap in here, but it's soft plastic, so it should compress. This is something that I've kind of been wanting to try, and maybe we'll rig this up when I go out next weekend to do some fall fishing. This would be pretty sweet to throw out there. The thing it's going to have some really good action, and it's weedless, so I would throw this anywhere you want. This would be really good for on docks too, and you can bump in, you know, right around the posts, and you know, come up and over the bars. This would be really sweet, and you might even be able to skip this guy pretty good. You just might be able to. I'm not very good at skipping, but this is a pretty good bait. This is going to go in the box, and hopefully we'll get a chance to use it. That is the Minn Kota Weedless Baby Bull Shad. The color is the bluegill color, 4.5. Next, we got Zamin Elastic Goat in Watermelon Red. I'm not going to take these out of the bag. They're pretty, well, I'll take one out. They're, look like, they're falling all over the place. So, of course, it's elastic, so very stretchy, which is awesome because you get a lot of, whoop, hang on to it. You get a lot of bites, short bites, and they just bite onto it, and then they just pull off your tails, and you got to put a new one on. Not these guys. And you can't go wrong with Watermelon Red. Really can't. I mean, it's best in clear water, but you can use it in dirtier water too. Because you think about it, your natural colors are, you're running natural colors for bait to do the natural, to try to match the hatch, right? Well, when the watercolor is off and dingy, dirty, the fish or your bait doesn't change colors very well. They tend not to always change colors. I mean, I've caught a lot of fish off of Watermelon Red in some dingy water too. So, you know, don't count that out. But this is definitely great for clear water. Punch-in. These are very versatile. You can Texas rig and punch them. You can throw them on the back of like bladed jigs. You can throw them on spinner baits. Really, really good bait. Really good soft plastic. I don't use a ton of Z-Man plastics, but the ones that I have used, really good baits. And next here we got some hooks, extra wide gap hooks from Prism, and pretty cool. They're little, they're Titanium Pro series, and they've got like a spear point on them, and pretty cool colors. Pretty cool colors. Haven't used the hooks before, but they look like they'd work. All right, so this next one is pretty cool. I really like this. I am going to be using this, or trying to use it. This is the Jenko Fishing Shinobi Shad. It's a type of spy bait. It's more of a, your spy bait is already a finesse type lure, but this one is like your finesse-y spy bait. So it's extra finesse, and the reason why is because it's so small. And I like the color of it. It's got the black, the purple, and then kind of white down to a chartreuse belly. I really like that color, and it's called a grimace color is what it's called. And let's see here, what is it? What's the weight? I'm looking for the weight here. 1/4 ounce. Okay, so it's a little 1/4 ounce weight, or weighted to a 1/4 ounce. This would be great for, you know, your panfish, maybe some walleye. My intent would be for smallmouth. I really like that. That's gonna go in the boat and hopefully get used next year. Next is Carl's Amazing Baits 3/8 ounce spinner bait, sorry. Chartreuse with a couple of willow blades. It's a spinner bait. Throw it around, you can throw it around anywhere, really. Weeds, rocks, docks, you know. I tend to like to throw them parallel to weed edges. And yeah, it's got a little bit of a orange up underneath there. Maybe to imitate maybe a bleeding bait fish. But pretty good little bait here. It's a kind of chartreuse and white. There's more chartreuse than white, that's okay. This would be a good spinner bait for maybe some smallmouth on the rivers. I could see that working very well. So this bait I may have actually shown on here before. We got it again, which it's okay. It's a pretty cool bait. It's by Weston. This is the Spot On Twin Turbo Topwater. So it's got like, it's kind of like a Whopper Plopper style back here. It's got two blades there, and it's purple and black. I really like the purple and black color. I think they really did a good job with it. So like a 11/16 ounce weight. Yeah, your Topwater lure. I mean, you can. So what it looks like, I haven't used these before, but what it looks like is you could, you know, with the belly, it's kind of rounded. So it looks like when you could twitch it on slack line and maybe walk the dog a little bit, at the same time having those props or flaps, call them props, whatever. They're gonna move and they're gonna disperse some water and splash. It's a Topwater with treble lures with treble hooks. So I would throw it, you know, pretty much anywhere else or anywhere other than you know, within weeds or reeds. Emergent, you could throw them over top of submergent weeds. You know, if you got your weeds top out about a foot or 2 or 3 feet below the top of the water, throw it over there and over top of it, come off of that edge, the underwater, the submerged weed edge, and sometimes you can get some pretty nasty strikes. So this one, we already have one in the boat, but I am planning on trying to use this, and I'm just waiting for the right conditions. But I mean, the right conditions are in the morning when it's flat calm, and it's always windy whenever I go. So sometimes we get it flat calm, but when it does, my brain's on something else. So good little bait there that I can't wait to try. Looks like it's going to be very useful. All right, now next we got the Guggen Baits Blazing Worm, green pumpkin purple. And yeah, it's your speed worm. not your standard speed worm, but it's a speed worm, and you're gonna Texas rig this. You could throw it on a jig head if you want. You could put it in a shaky head, but my go-to for this is I'm gonna Texas rig it on a 1/4 ounce or 3/16 ounce worm weight, or with that. Some guys don't peg it. I always peg my weight. I don't know. I mean, I haven't tried it much without it being pegged, but I've caught a lot of fish with it pegged, so that's all I've been doing. If something's working, I'm not gonna change it. And I've really been digging the green pumpkin purple color. For some reason, in like natural, clear water situations, that gets some pretty good bites. That, and I'm really getting turned on by PB&J, which Goon Squad doesn't have PB&J, but this is, yeah, I like this worm. I do have, this worm actually did catch me some fish in a tournament that I was doing on Minnetonka. I was throwing it on the outside of weed edges and lily pads and just going parallel. And I mean, it was really dingy, dirty water. I don't know why it was clear water the weekend before. It must have been, I don't know what had happened, to be honest, but I put one of these on because we weren't getting too many bites within the pads and punching like we were usually doing. So I decided to throw one of these on and swim it on the outside, and I just started getting hammered. And I will use a 4/0 worm hook with this as well. So these have caught me fish, especially in a tournament situation. Okay. M-War, monkey with a rod. I have never seen these before. Yeah, I've never seen them before. I don't even know what it is. I'll pull one out. So you get a few different colors. Looks like some drop shot baits. So they're all. Let me get. Here we go. Yeah, like some drop shot baits. This one's more of a orange with like a green pumpkin, a little bit of a copper flake in the top. This would be a really good smallmouth bait. Smallmouth like some copper flake in their baits, or in the baits. And then it looks like they just put a bunch of different colors in there, like kind of like a sample patch. So you got white and pink. It's also a good little smallmouth color, and then you got white. I think, and they're pretty good. They're not Elastex, so the only thing I'm not so sure of is how this tail is so thin right here. And sometimes you get perch and bluegill. If you put this on drop shot, they bite the tail and they pull it off. But yeah, it's not the Elastex material, so I'm not going to pull it until it pops off. But it's something to be, to think about. That those tails, they might come off. But let's see, are there any other colors in there? Nope, that was it. So you get 3 different colors in this bag, and it looks like a pretty good little drop shot bait though. Something that looks like it will definitely work. Never heard of the brand before. The package looks pretty cool. And then, you don't have to just throw them on drop shots. You can put them on a net head, whatever small jig head, or, you can throw them on a hair jig, marabou hair jig. Use it as like a base, not like a base, but like just some extra meat on there. So when they grab it, or so it fills out the hair, that'd be pretty good on there too. But my first thought is I'm gonna go straight to the drop shot, or I'll go and you put it on a net head. And here, nibble, and well, this is different. So we get the what's inside, but it's a sticker. Sorry. And then you get an actual sticker here from Catchco. This is that Mike Bucca baby bull shad, weedless. Sweet, like it. Well, is it the one? Well, it looks like it, but I'm sorry, this might not be the weedless because you can see the joints in there, the metal joints, but still, Mike Luca baby bull shad. Okay, that's a pretty good little box. I like pretty much all the baits that are in there, and especially this guy here. And I may even just throw these too. I really like the Elastec stuff, and any plastic that you can stretch and not break, because there's a couple other brands that do that too. Savage Gear has some stuff. I use some of their stuff, and that has that Elastec. You know, their stuff is called Duratec, and it does the same thing. It's really stretchy, doesn't ever break. That's some good stuff too. So if you're needing another brand other than Zamin, Savage Gear does that stuff, has that stuff too. They have a couple different models of, like, say they got craws, they've got like some other stick style, you know, smaller stick style baits for you can throw on a drop shot, net head. I've got them on a bladed jig, so very versatile. I really like those. The box is pretty good, and that's the October mystery tackle box Bass Elite unboxing. I really appreciate you guys for watching this video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you in the next video.